and the Detroit Lions. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Huard. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. To return, Jerome Ford. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. And let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10 now. That's complete. David Njoku. Oh, what a step. Breaks through, and he might break away. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Khalif Raymond to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Throwing right away here, Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On first down, it's Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's caught for the first. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish off their opening drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to the well again. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Laporta with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He's going to push one deep down the... He's got it inside the 25. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They motion the tight end over. 1st down throw from Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions break the tie here in the 1st. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. Return's looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing now on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That right there, that takes just the right circumstances to happen. But, man, a big boy pick six, Brock, one of the most universally celebrated plays in this sport.
Look at the smile on your face.
I love it. Big boy touchdown. Come on now.
Well, I think you and a lot of fans are in it for the celebrations. Those big guys do so much work, and now they get their chance to play hero. It is a blast.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Ford on the return. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt. That little thought that you got a flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now. Pass play on 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking that time for Deontay Johnson. And now it's 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running it with David Montgomery. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Patrick going to motion over left. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's going to step out a little short of the 10.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And he gets it away from his end zone. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now they'll throw out of the gun. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
To throw it on 1st down. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's 2nd and 2. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Pass complete to Gibbs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Goff on 1st and 10. Patrick with the catch. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Goff. His throw is caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Goff. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. Bates' kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this one does not go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. Connection made to Jeudy. And he's brought down after a short gain. Third and 4 coming up now. They'll try and throw it here. Dump off caught by his back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Jeudy there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Lions out in front. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Jeudy will go in motion right. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Looking for a throw here. Hauled in left side. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? And they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. From the left hash, about 31 yards out.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Greg Reynolds to return it. He's stuffed on the return at the 27. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This is complete to Patrick. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Receiver in motion, going left. They go play action with Goff. Laporta with the grab. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup from the secondary. Grant Delpit on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing again, it's Goff. He has room past the 25. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Off play action, Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 3-possession game. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They've got first down from the 31. Plowing up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff now from the gun. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back to throw on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Njoku. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Option design here. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 46. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Putting the tight end in motion. From the 22 on 2nd down. Finds Laporta. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Goff to the air now. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Goff. Cut near the goal line. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Montgomery. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions making this a laugher before halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They've got first down from the 31. A give now from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So 5 yards there, but still one in the hole. It's 3rd and 11.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Searches from the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Deontay Johnson, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Patrick with the catch. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's 2nd and 2. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. From the 43. He finds Laporta. Running in the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions running away with it in the 2nd quarter. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Browns driving. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 3rd down from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
They'll punt another one away. Corey Bojorquez returning to the field. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And it sets up 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Pass complete to Gibbs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Looking to throw. Gets this one to Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not done yet.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Reynolds with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. We're working a couple of yards past the line. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's...
This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, They're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Now gone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Goff setting to throw. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Such a promising drive and just a couple snaps ago, but now back-to-back sacks, drop backwards, and this field goal's, well, it's not a gimme anymore. Got to hope you can knock it through and salvage some points out of a series that went so wrong.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. His first kick was good, and his second look from 35 yards away. Bates' kick is up and good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Low him back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Past the 35. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They send the tight end in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, second and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Setting up a throw. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And that's good for a gain of 5. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Off play action, Goff. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot.
And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He's been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over
yeah.
and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. Brings it in at the 12. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He's going to throw this one. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down from the red zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So the incompletion on first, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Back now. Pressure on its way. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Carlson's kick is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Reynolds with a return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end left. Goff on 1st and 10. Finds Laporta. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They send a receiver in motion right. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap here to Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw, Goff. Dumped off to his running back. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down here at the 16. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. And someone has officially flown higher than the Dutchman, Brock. That completion pushes him past Norm Van Brocklin for the most passing yards in a game in NFL history. The mark of 554 yards has stood resolute since back in 1951, and 7 decades later, someone has finally topped it. They go play action with Goff. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Goff. Catch is made in close. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Montgomery scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions tack on 7 more to their lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10 now. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Browns with the ball, but they enter this 4th quarter at a massive deficit. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 23. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he has it near the sideline and near the marker. But they're going to say he's out of bounds. Nearly a big play on 3rd, but now 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Trying to push this past the marker. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They give to Montgomery to start the drive. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he took a lane and got this up to the 23. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Again, it's Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the Lions the first.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. Has a lane past the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just a big voice up front, Not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another one for Gibbs. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
First down throw from Goff. Able to find Wright. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. From the gun, Goff. The Browns close in and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense getting set to work here. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
It's a gain of 17 on that one, and that gives the Browns a 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
This offense running out for a new series led by their running back. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. A give to Gibbs. And he takes this down to around the 39 before he stopped. That's 5, it looks like, on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Now Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. 6 yards on the play gives them 4th and short. We'll see what they choose to do. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch made left side by Judy.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 37. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. Dumps it off to his running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Still sticking with the passing game. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns cut into the lead by another point. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Reynolds with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Running it with Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Coming right is Gibbs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions rolling here in a laugher. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A give left side for Gibbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Lions readying for the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Finding Judy. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
To throw here on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early.